Welcome back to the Magic Pulse review, and today we are reviewing an app that kind of makes sense to me to review today because it has an interesting history for myself. I am reviewing MEMODECK by Indy Magic today, which is an app to help you not to become a lazy shit of a magician. Huge thanks goes out to Indy for giving me a couple of promo codes to test this out, but also to give away 2 free apps if you watch this review. So stay tuned until the end of the review, and you might be able to get your hands on this app for free. So what about the title of this review, you lazy shit of a magician? I'm not trying to be harsh, but it has a history. Back in 2010 or 11, I developed the first app for the App Store called iMemorize, which did, well, just about the same thing. And I also remember I met Joshua J back then. I asked him a question. I'm not sure if he remembers this himself, but I asked him, what do you think about magicians that always says that it's too difficult to learn a memorized deck? And he said something down the line that those kind of lazy shit magicians or something. Based on that, I created a lecture called You Lazy Shit of a Magician, where I teach how people should learn a memorized deck, how they should maintain it, and how they should have fun with a memorized deck. So that's the history. Anyway, let's dive into the app MEMODECK by Indy Magic. So what is this? Well, guess what? It's an app. This is an app only for your iPhone. It's an app only developed for the Apple platform, and having said that, it's a very modern app. It has a good user interface, and it's very, very user friendly. And also it has a developer that is very active, so you shouldn't be afraid of an app that doesn't come with new features. I will talk about that very, very soon. So it will basically help you learn a memorized deck, it will help you maintain a memorized deck, and then of course it will help you have some fun with a memorized deck, what they call a challenge mode. I will also cover that later. Yes, there are several of these apps out there, but I would say I probably have them all on my phone, but I would say this is among the better. It's a very good one. And I think why? Because it's very easy to use, and it has so many great ways to teach and maintain your stack. Probably also because these are some of the methods I've been using for so many years myself. So let's dig into the overview, what this really is. Well, as I said, it is an app to let you teach or learn, more precisely, learn a memdeck and maintain a memdeck, as well as, let's say, challenge yourself in a way. It is divided into, at least at the moment, 3 kind of main parts. It's the training mode, it's the expert mode, and it's the challenge mode. The training mode is for, basically, if you have never worked with a memdeck before, it really teaches you a memdeck. So if you think that it's hard to learn a memdeck, well, guess what? It's really not. With an app like this, I would say it's not because of the app you don't learn the memdeck. It's more because of you are maybe going into the job of it or your investment. The expert mode is more for people that already know the stack or start to get to know the stack and want to be a more expert and have different kind of, let's call it, tasks and ways to maintain the deck. And finally, there is the challenge mode. And I think the challenge mode is the only thing I have maybe a feature request on that I would like another kind of context into, but we'll get back to that later as well. But challenge mode is basically where you can compete against the other users of the app and see who is fastest doing this and this kind of challenge or training. As I said in the beginning, the developer is very dedicated to his work, and the developer has been very positive, giving feedback, and he has already, just within days, implemented my new request of features. So I think this is something very, very good. When you invest in an app, you really want to know that the developer is not just someone that develops an app and he sells it and doesn't maintain it. It's really important that the app is maintained as well, and it really is. About the pricing of the app, I would say this is Well, I'm not sure what the lowest price you can put on an app today, but it is a $9.99 price tag on it, which I think is crazy low. I mean, well, it's not low for an app, but it's like what you open. Once you get to learn a memdeck, your magic will kind of dramatically changes. You can do so many great effects with a memdeck, and you're only paying like $10 for that. So if you really want to invest and learn a memdeck, this is a very good way to do it. The app is great, very user-friendly, and as I said, if you don't learn a memdeck using these methods within this app, I don't think any other app will help you either. Oh yeah, and as I mentioned in the beginning, remember I am giving away 2 promo codes as a free download for this app, and more information about that a little bit later. Oh, by the way, one of the features that I asked the developer to kind of include is a way to add your own stack, because of course he has the most common stacks like Mnemonica and Aronson and other stacks already included in the app. But I would love that I could add my own, not that I'm using my own custom stack, but I know other people are, and I know stacks that are not part of this app already, that you could add your own stack and have all the features still included around your custom stack. And that is already in the roadmap and will be released in a very, very soon release of the app. So again, a huge thanks to the developer for being so so on and maintaining the app. So what about real world practicality? Now, this is not a trick in a way, so it's hard to say that this is a great trick, it works in all these circumstances and stuff like that. But I can say that this is an app that works, because the methods he's using to teach you how to learn a memorized deck and how to maintain a memorized deck, I would say are almost exactly the same methods I've been using for like 15, 16, 17 years. So I know they work. If you are, continuously using the setup he has, how to develop through the app and open the next kind of gate or tailgate within the app, I know for sure that you will learn the memorized deck. And I would say you can do this within just a couple of days. It's just a matter of investing some time and you are there. And you're opening a completely new world of magic. And you might be thinking, what do I mean with gamification? Well, it's basically like a kid doing some kind of game on their iPad, and they think they are playing some game, but basically they are learning math, right? So it's the same thing with this kind of apps, that you think you're doing something, but basically you are in fact challenging yourself and learning the memdeck in interesting ways. So when we talk about real world practicality, the question is more or less like, does it work? So there's just one answer to it. Yes, it works. Just like that. So what about knowledge required? What do you need to use this app? Well, basically, as I said, you will need an Apple device, and you will need to know how to download an app, but that's just about it. And if you can do that, there you go. And maybe it sounds kind of silly, but I remember the first time I developed the first version of iMemorize back in 2010 or 11. I sent an email to Simon Aronson, because I was using the Aronson stack, and I sent him an email telling him about this app, and he replied to me and said, "Hey Rune, great work! Thank you so much for including the Aronson stack. Unfortunately, I don't have a smartphone, so I can't test it." I guess the world has changed a little bit the last couple of years, but as long as you have a smartphone from Apple, you are ready to go. So what about entertainer fit? Well, this is it's not a trick, so it's nothing you can kind of use in a close-up session or a stage session or whatever, but it is something for everyone. And that's also why I have this lecture, "You lazy shit of a magician," because I had so many people coming up to me saying, "Oh, I can't learn a memorized deck, it's so hard, so many cards, so many numbers, so many things, I don't have the brain for it," right? But that's kind of bullshit. Sorry for the expression, but and so many people that has come to my lecture has after the lecture also said, wow, I learned the memdeck in just a couple of days and I'm still maintaining it, I still remember it. And that's exactly what MEMODECK is all about. He's using the exact same methods. They work. If you like to use your phone, if you like to play around with your phone, this is the way to learn a memdeck. I will give you a couple of days and you're up running. This is really good. So avoid being a lazy shit of a magician. Download MEMODECK, or wait, maybe you can get it for free and learn a memorized deck. So what are my recommendations today? Well, basically, first of all, download the app, because this app will make you learn a memorized deck, period. It works. The user interface is so delicious, it's so easy to use, it's very user-friendly, and the developer keeps adding new features, and if you are missing a feature, tell him about it. He also adds different kind of language support. Will for sure make him add Norwegian as a language. There is one thing which I kind of found very smart, because if you already know a stack, how can you still use the app? Because the app is kind of built up in a way that you kind of develop over time, right? So I wouldn't spend like hours to go through the training mode just to prove that I know my stack. So there are some secret codes within the app which makes you open the chapters and kind of progress automatically if you already know your stack. So that's kind of a nice kind of hidden feature which you probably will get through their Facebook page. So all in all, hey, let's download the app, let's have some fun, and let's learn memdeck and open a completely new world to Magic if you don't already know a memdeck. So we need a verdict. We need the magic pulse on this app. I've been using this app for a couple of weeks, and in the beginning I was thinking, okay, I will give it this kind of value because it's missing this and missing this and missing this. But as I mentioned this for the developer, is we keep adding those features in the app, which is so great, and I barely miss anything in the app right now. It has everything. There's one thing, and that's, I'm not sure if I'm gonna take down the value, the verdict a little bit, just because it hasn't been added yet. And I think one important thing about challenge mode, which is the way that you compete, the gamification part of the app, is that I think when I compete, I am not competing against other people. I am more competing against myself. It's the same thing if I'm out running or doing like a 10K or a half marathon or whatever. I don't compete against the others because I know there are so many people that are faster than me and stuff like that. But I want to make sure that I develop over time. So I am still missing one feature inside this app, which is kind of a personal high score or a personal development kind of page feature. But I already talked about the developer, and I know he's going to add this. So I feel very sorry for taking the value a little bit down today. But it is a great app, and it would be my go-to. And I have, as I said, I have lots of memdeck apps on my phone, but this has become my absolute go-to and the one I would suggest for other people and friends that wants to learn memdeck. So, as you all know, the maximum value is 10, and I'm giving this 9.5, and I'm only taking 0.5 off because of my missing feature. It's a great value app, and yeah, download it, buy it, or hey, you can win it. So as I said in the beginning, we are giving away 2 promo codes for MEMODECK, and all you need to do to get your hands on MEMODECK is to like and subscribe this channel, as well as comment what you liked about this review and why you want a promo code for MEMODECK, which should be kind of straightforward. This giveaway is not organized by YouTube in any way, it's organized between me and Indy, and I'm really looking forward for your comments and your likes and subscriptions. So, that's another review. Thank you so much for following Magic Pulse Review, and a huge thanks goes out to Indy. Please like and subscribe to this channel, and also sign up at magicpulse.net to follow everything that is happening in the world of the Magic community. So, until next time, see ya!